What is 5G? What parameters make a mobile network 5G? How did we evolve to reach 5G? Are there health hazards due to this widespread 5G network? Should we buy a 5G phone immediately? The efforts of an organization called 3GPP, which is not quite familiar, is what directs our wireless communication networks from one generation to the next generation. 3GPP or Third Generation Partnership Project was instituted in 1998 to develop the third generation network. It is an international congregation of telecom companies and mobile network standards organizations. 3GPP developed the specifications for 3G, 4G that succeeded 3G and now the 5G networks. 3GPP does research on the requirements in wireless communication domain for the next decade and refines them into goals which can be achieved in a phased manner. They prepare a roadmap to reach these goals and provide the technical specifications to make the goals come true. These technical specifications are used to release national standards by the member standards organizations of 3GPP. Telecom organizations find efficient and cost-effective methods to meet these specifications and operate their networks. To consider a different perspective, 3G, 4G, 5G mobile technology generations are like vehicle emission standards. When we moved from Bharat Stage 4 to Stage 6, the emission norms were made stringent. The automobile manufacturers can meet these standards as they wish to. They can just cross the specifications level or with a good margin. This depends on various factors like the technology used, cost of the car, and the market demand. Let us come back to 5G. There are 8 requirements to be met by a wireless network to be termed 5G according to the 3GPP specifications. Now, let us have a quick flashback. This will give you an idea on how we arrived at 5G. 1979, 1G. Mobile phones which used analog networks became a reality. 1991, 2G. Digital networks gifted us the SMS and roaming services. 1998, 3G and 3.5G networks brought to us the mobile internet experience and opened the world of mobile applications. 2008, 4G networks integrated the voice and data. Unified network architectures and protocols introduced a fast mobile broadband internet experience. 2009, 4G LTE or long-term evolution doubled the data speed. 2020, the 5G ultra high-speed low latency network spread its reach to not just mobile phones but the Internet of Things encompassing all smart devices that can even be used for critical communications. Let us now understand how 5G is different from the previous generations of wireless networks. Mobile phones communicate using radio waves of different frequencies. These frequencies can be categorized into 3 bands: low, mid, and high. A network using the low band can cover a large area. The 1, 2, and 3G networks use the same low frequency band radio waves used in TV communication. As frequency increases, though the coverage area decreases, the speed and capacity increases. Moving up, the mid-band radio waves enhances the speed and capacity of the network. 4G networks use the mid-band frequencies. High-band radio waves are generally used in satellite communications, car sensors, etc. High-band has a higher bandwidth and capacity than the mid-band. 5G networks utilize an efficient combination of low, mid, and high bands. This is how 5G networks become better than the 4G. 4G networks were mainly designed for mobile phones. As you know, mobile phones have a high processing power and long battery life. But if we add more batteries into an augmented reality glass like the Google Glass, it will become bulky and lose its utility. Usage of existing networks plays a major role in battery drain in today's mobile devices. 5G is designed considering the low battery capacity devices as well. Another feature which differentiates the 5G from 4G is network slicing. A single 5G network can split to multiple networks based on the need. That is, a 5G network can be spliced to create one network component with high reliability and security for telemedicine or remote diagnosis, and another low latency network component for remote surgery, gaming or driverless cars. That is, the same network can provide different network slices with varied performance guarantee. Now, let us come to two practical questions that are important. 1. Are there health hazards due to this widespread 5G network? We understand that to maximize performance, 5G networks use higher frequencies. Though these higher frequencies are being used in mobile technology for the first time, they have already been in use in other common devices like body scanners. In majority of the studies conducted so far, there is no conclusive evidence about major health hazards caused by radio waves. When radio waves fall on our body, the tissues are heated. But this rise in temperature of our body due to the radio waves used by 5G networks is negligible to none. The common tall mobile towers that we have seen are in less populated areas, kilometers away from the cities and crowded towns. These mobile towers house the 3G and 4G base stations that contains the antennae. Due to the usage of higher frequencies, 5G network operation requires a greater number of base stations. These backpack-sized base stations of 5G networks can be easily positioned on streetlight posts, bus stops or rooftops. This makes us feel that the 5G towers are moving closer to us and are breaking into our everyday lives. It is the number and locations of the 5G network towers that causes panic among people today. For a 5G network which uses the millimeter wave, antennae are placed in every 100 or 200 meters. In reality, when the number of antennae increase, the coverage area of each antenna reduces and hence the transmitted power from each antenna is very low. Also, the beam forming antennae used in 5G can reduce the signal spread and enable easy focus to the device used. So, we need to understand that the 5G towers are safer than the existing mobile towers. Should we buy a 5G phone immediately? Currently, only a few areas around the globe have 5G network connectivity. 5G will become widespread in India only after the 5G spectrum auction in 2022. The 5G phones, which are rare today in the market, are also expensive. When 5G networks and 5G phones become more common, there is a high chance for lower priced 5G phones like the 4G phone story. So, it is prudent to not spend on these expensive phones today for using the 5G network which will come in future. Also, to include 5G feature in budget smartphones, there could be a compromise in other features. Hence, it is better to keep 5G as the last criterion while buying phones today. I hope you have understood these factors we should know about 5G networks. Please like and share this video if you find it interesting. Subscribe to our channel But Why. I will see you with another informative video next week.